economy. So let's get you started with the headlines that we have today, or more like the hot topics that we'll be looking at this evening. Federal government to establish over 24 skills innovation centers. Should be on a one learn work. Oh yeah, there is work to learn now. We are empowering people. See, I like that I'm starting on a good note. So for those of you who say every time I listen to radio, I don't used to hear good news. Lori, this is a very fresh and good news. I have brought you the gospel according to good news. Come and hear it. Federal government to establish over 24 skills innovation centers. Can you beat that? Well, let's go to other conversation. Delta, again, headsmen ambush police officers on rescue mission. That is, they go to rescue people. They can't ambush them. They can't wound them. Chai. All right, and then Philip Schreiber storms PDP headquarters, demands certificate of return. Shebi, you don't give it Iwodalu. Oh yeah, come and give me my own too. That's what is going on in that conversation. I will let you in on that. Okay. CBN directs BDCs to buy Forex at 1,301 naira per dollar and sell at 1% profit. Should I break it down and tell you what that 1% profit will be? I'll let you in when we dissect that conversation. Moving on, hardship. Nigerian government to issue executive order to check escalating increase in drug prices. That is, we won't know now. We can begin check why medicine too costs. It's not just because JSK left. And if they left, are drugs not coming in? Why are they too expensive? Government is taking action. FRIC to go after trailers loaded with human beings, animals. FRIC to go after trailers loaded with human beings, animals. Well, this may not be unconnected to some trailers that we've seen packing people from one part of the country to the other. I guess so. Now, you have no right to criticize Tinubu for removing subsidy on PMS. APC tackles Sheyi Makinde. Who give you rights? The audacity. Sorry, not that they didn't say audacity. It's me that's saying it. All right. So moving on. Hardship. Senate tells Nigerian government to introduce food stamps to tackle rising hunger. Government is taking action. Senate is talking. They now understand that people are suffering. Did you hear that? Hardship. Senate tells Nigerian government to introduce food stamps to tackle rising hunger. Interesting. But we'll move to other conversation. Resist attempt to frustrate government. AGF Fagbemi tells judges. NESS, National Assembly. Say, make on resist that attempt to frustrate government. In anything that they do, judges, don't frustrate government. Is it that you want rubber stamp judges and National Assembly? I don't know. But wait, we'll get to that conversation when we get there. So don't be in a hurry. When we dissect it, we'll let you know. Tinubu has rights under law to hire, fire senators on removal of FCCPC boss. Tinubu has rights under law to hire, fire senators on removal of FCCPC boss. Well, I would also look into that conversation. Senate planning sanctions against MDAs rejecting people with disability. Ali Indume say if agency they say they not going to employ person because they get disability, don't worry. We're coming to clamp down on you. That's it. Then we'll move further. Release Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho begs federal government. That is also in the news. And then we'll move further. Man who called for killing of Remi Tinubu apologizes. Man who called for killing of Remi Tinubu apologizes. That is also in the news. And maybe one other thing you may hear in the news today. Our Ogbonge Minister of Women Affairs says, shut up during argument with your husband. Don't talk, women, shut up during argument with your husband. That is also in the news. Lagos, these are the hot topics I will be tracking this evening. Well, you know what? Let me go drink water and drop copper. I'm coming back as I have Barrister Darlington with me in the house. We'll be dissecting these conversations. Barrister Darlington, why are you shaking your head?
The woman is correct. She's the true woman of. In fact, they should make such women.
That is our step down conversation. Let me leave it. I wanted to have another step down. I've already opened another step down, but because of your interest in this conversation, I hereby decree and declare that we're leaving it as step down conversation. Honorable, off the mic. I'm coming back. Lagos will be right back. Stay with us.
Have you been thirsty for well-nourished, yummy pizza and couldn't find one yet? What you ordered versus what you get right? I understand. Let me introduce you to the best pizza and premium ice cream in town, all the way from the U.S. Romeo's Pizza and Cold-Berry Ice Cream. So sweet, so yummy. Visit the new Romeo's Pizza Outlet, 22 Latif Salami Street, Ajao Estate, by the Lagos International Airport Road. For more inquiries, call 0816-320-9783 or 0816-321-0945. Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry Ice Cream. The light in every...
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
Lagos, Nigeria, the world, we are ready. This is still the Evening Rush 90.3 Voice of the People of 17 minutes past the 7 p.m. mark right here in our studio. And yes, we are ready to give you a dose or some dose, an adult dose, not infant dose of, talk this evening. So let's get started very quickly. President Darlington, should we start with the very good news or should we start with the others?
Start with the good news for a start.
Okay, for a start, so that people will not tell me that I'm not a bringer of good news. Even
I didn't say anything good, though. I didn't see anything good, though.
In fact, let me start with that hunger. Why would you say you did not say anything good? All this palatable Orishi news I brought to you. Well, let me begin with that.
Let dissect it.
Okay.
You know whether there's something.
There is.
Okay.
There is. All right. So the federal government has disclosed plans to create 24 skills and innovation centers across the country. Now, the centers, which are to be set up by the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TET Fund. You remember them? Yes, in your university. Oh, yeah, it is. So it's aimed at assisting Nigerians gain their potentials and boost productivity. That is to harness that inner giving talent that God has given to you, to bring it, massage it, press it down, shaking together, running over, and making it to help you to be productive. That is it. All right. So Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Makman, stated this in Abuja when he paid a visit to Innovate Hub along critical stakeholders, including the Executive Secretary of TET Fund, Architect Sonny Ichono. Innovate is a focal point for innovation, startup incubation, technology transfer, knowledge and skill impartation, prototype development, and fabrication. Now, you'll be recalled that TET Fund is currently partnering with Innovate Hub for practical training and membership for Nigerian youths and academics, with a view to producing employable, with a view to providing employable graduates and boosting research. That is, you will not just go to school and collect certificate. Sorry, Safi. Okay, Safi is okay. Certificate, it's okay. So, but you go and get skills. That's what I'm saying. So, speaking during the visit, Maran said the plan to provide 24 skill centers across the country is to equal opportunities to all Nigerian children wherever they are. That is, whether you're a son of the rich or poor or middle class, will have equal opportunity. Learn skills that better your life. He also commended TET Fund and the Innovate Hub for supplying the learners and the researchers from colleges of education, polytechnics and universities the platform to undertake very practical, impactful research. In fact, quoting him, it says, what I see here is enough to provide the knowledge incubation to take Nigeria to the highest level. What I have been seeing here is a place that gives hope, in fact, renewed hope, I just say, to the young ones who have the ideas, who have a disposition to acquire basic skills that they need to move and have a decent livelihood. Barrister Darlington, tell me, what else do we need to tell you? The story is such a gallivanting, beautiful news. Did I say gallivanting? Pardon that English. I'm just too excited. Barrister Darlington. Yes.
What are you excited about?
24 skill creation. What are you? That is, I can go now and learn, and I become a techie. Sir.
When you hear things like this, you now know that government is putting the cart before the horse. My dear, We have had this type of thing over. In fact, Lagos State, the one they set up, all the people that graduated from these skill centers, they are roaming the streets. Nothing for them. They can't even set up shop because there's no power. They can't even meet up the tax man's demand. Precious.
President, you're busting our bubbles now. It's not good.
Hold on. They can't even transport themselves to their working place. Precious.
Sir?
The hunger at home will not even allow them to even practice this.
So before you finish your word, concerning the hunger, government said that it will issue executive order to check escalating prices, increase in drug prices.
No.
And then Senate have told government, you know what, let's look at the way food prices are going up anyhow. Let's do something to checkmate it. So government now understand. They know what you're going through.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So after saying it, have they done it?
They will now.
They will. Where is even the food? Food scarcity is a result of what? Low productivity. We are not producing any food. Precious.
Sir?
How many times are we going to say this? You cannot give what you don't have. Where is the food for you to even give anybody? Are you not getting it? Where is the food? Did you hear that every Benue farmer is back to farm now? At least that has been the food basket of Nigeria. Did you hear that? You just read something now that some policemen that went to rescue people who went to their farm or who were kidnapped somewhere, that terrorists or bandits, Fulani herdsmen, attacked them. Look, I don't like this idea of doing things, ad hoc arrangement, doing things upside down, thinking that you are going to get result. There will be no result. I am talking to you now, Precious. The few people that got skill acquisition, they have even left this country. Precious, you don't have any institution, you don't have any factory to absorb them.
Government has employed 2,497 more doctors and medical personnel to cover those people that have left.
Okay, fine.
You think they've left? We're recouping.
Are they Nigerians or where did they recruit them from? Are they Nigerians?
Why would they not be Nigerians?
They are Nigerians. Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
From which part of when doctor, if any MA is telling you that the doctors that have left are more than the doctors that are behind? Didn't you see the statistics? When they say they are recruited from where? You mean these people have been unemployed before? I don't understand. You mean these personnel have been unemployed? My dear, the people that have acquired skill, they have left. Remember what happened in the banking sector late last year when all their IT guys left? The bank had to cry out. So they are leaving because the environment is so harsh environment. People who are earning 6 figures, they can't even meet their need. They can't meet their need. They can't pay their bills because the money is becoming nothing. So how can you be clapping hand under this environment? I said go and check that skill acquisition center in the next 1 month and see whether anything is happening there. Go and check. Let's say if journalists go there, go and observe what is going on there and see whether anything is happening there. I said transport to go for even the quill acquisition is not there. Even when you transport yourself 2 or 3 times, you check your pocket, you now ask yourself, what am I even doing here? Transport to go there, or all of them going to live in the same environment? Is that not an issue? People that are working, they have not met their need. It's now you that is going to learn work. Who will be giving you money for that? No, Precious, who will be giving you money for transport every day? Bata 2,000, 3,000. The food is not there. If government mean it, look, keep them in a place. Create a place, a hostel. Take care of their stomach. Because you cannot learn under hunger. It can never be possible. Nobody can learn under hunger. It's not possible. People that are working, they have not met their need. It is now you that is learning work. Where will the money come from for you to meet your basic need? How? How? All the people that acquire skill and all that, no encouragement. Even the power to work, power, let NEPA, they can't pay their NEPA bill, so NEPA will just come and disconnect them. And the man is back to square one. My dear, the environment is too harsh. If big companies are closing down, then who are you? Who are you? Let them not come up with all these things that they know is not possible. Will acquisition. The one that acquire skill, where are they? Were you not here when they were leaving this country in large number? The one that acquire skill, all of them, the one who couldn't afford to travel, they are riding Okada.
All right, so Barrister Darlington, let's go back to the story about hardship and then hunger as the Senate. First, let's begin that. Concerned about the high level of hunger in the country, the Senate has urged the federal government to introduce food stamps program as an interim measure to cushion the effects of food insecurity in the country. Now, this was even as the Red Chamber also called on the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to liaise with development partners and other relevant authorities, especially the Lagos Food Bank Initiative, which introduced Temporary Food Assistance Program, TFA, few years ago. Now, it maintains that the introduction of the program has become necessary with a view to working out practicable templates and implementable modalities for the actualization of the program. Right. So the resolution followed the motion sponsored by Senate Chief Whip Senator Ali Ndume, APC Borno South, and co-sponsored by Senator Saliu Mustafa, APC Kwara Central, as well as majority of others during plenary. So that's fine. So food stamps is a supplemental nutrition assistance program that provides food purchasing assistance for low and no income people to help them maintain adequate nutrition and health. So presenting the motion, Ndume said at the unveiling of the October 23 KEDA harmonized analysis on food security, it was projected that in 2024 Nigeria is expected to record about 26.5 million people grappling with high level of food insecurity. You never even reach far. From January, that prediction already kick-started. Now, according to him, the reason for the above projection is not far-fetched, as several indicators, which include but not limited to the ongoing conflict across the country, climate change impacts, escalating inflation as witnessed in recent times, and rising costs for food, of both food and essential non-food commodities due to fall in value of naira in the benchmark. So the least we can do is to help. So he said he noted that many hungry and angry Nigerians have been expressing their frustration and anger over the recent increase in food prices by demonstrating on the street in several cities across the country. Ndume pointed out that in other countries like the United States of America, food stamp, which is a government-issued coupon that is given to low-income and non-income persons, and it's redeemable for food, have been used since 1933 to date as a measure to cushion the resultant hardships and suffering and the poor, less privileged, as well as low-income earners. So, Barrister Darlington, that's one measure, just one. Let me also talk, because there's also something going on, in the food and medical care unit, as the Nigerian government is to issue an executive order to check the anyhow rise in the price of drugs in the country. Now, Minister of Health, Professor Ali Pate, disclosed this in a press briefing in Abuja today, Wednesday. Like other goods and services in the country, the cost of drugs and other pharmaceutical products have skyrocketed in recent times, especially since the removal of fuel subsidy and introduction of foreign exchange reforms by the federal government. So the development has made it difficult for many Nigerians to access healthcare. But Pate noted that the Nigerian government is concerned, touch them for mind, at the hike in cost of the drugs. And the executive order will soon be introduced, to address the problem. So he said, in fact, quoting him, he said, the rising cost of pharmaceuticals is a pressing concern, and we're taking decisive action to address this issue. An executive order will soon be issued to curb escalating drug prices in the short term, while our mid to long-term goal involves the domestication of imported drugs within the next 3 years, in collaboration with the Ministry of Trade, So he said. So, Barrister Darlington, government is taking proactive steps because they understand. So that means that all these are cries, all our complaints, the cries and woes of Nigerians are being listened to, are being heard by them. So not only are they doing something about the food aspect, they're also doing something about medical care. Don't you think is a step in the right direction?
Precious.
Sir?
Nigerians have been crying about insecurity in Nigeria for the past 15 years. It has not been solved. Which one is more important? Is it this insecurity or the drug? Tell me. Which one is more important? Because if you can be able to move about freely, go to your business, go to your farm, in fact, you may not even need any drug. It is lack of these things, nutrition in your body, that is causing sickness. Some of these things can be solved with eating good food, natural food, organic food, which nobody can afford again. Government should do the needful about insecurity. Let people move about and do their business. The quest for drug will reduce. Hospital attendance will reduce. That is a fact. There is no rocket science about it. Let them do the needful about this insecurity. I don't know why they left the real problem of Nigeria and they are chasing shadows. All these things they are talking about are temporary measures. If you issue executive order, are you going to manufacture the drug yourself? Are you telling me that manufacturers of drug, pharmacists, you mean they are happy that the cost of drug have gone up? Who will buy it? Like the other medicine, that medicine for typhoid, which you mentioned the other time, the high cost will not allow anybody to buy it. Nobody will buy it. Do you think the people doing it or making that drug, they will be happy? Because the thing will be in the shelf. Can't you see it? Instead of you to ask yourself, where did we get it wrong that this things had to be this high? That is the main issue. How did we get it wrong that these things have to be this high? Go back to the drawing board. Precious, let them go back to the drawing board. Instead of all this that they are issuing this, proposing this. At the end of the day, none of them will be implemented. Because we have never seen them implement anything that survived. If I'm wrong, tell me. All the things they told us last year, where are they? Is that not why Labour is protesting? All the promises, where are they? Precious, where are they? So you want me to clap hand now because of this one, Sabi? I have told you I cannot be taken for a ride again. I'm not joking. When I see practically what they are doing, that one I will even look at. Even when I'm looking at it, I'll be looking at it with the one corner of my eyes to make sure that I'm not seeing double. That is the truth. When you have a government that is not sincere, how can you believe what they are doing and what they are saying? Everything they told you, they have reversed it without any explanation. Didn't they tell you they remove fuel subsidy? When they remove it, everything will be okay.
Has subsidy removal been reversed?
Is that what?
Has it been reversed?
If it has not been reversed, Precious, a liter of fuel will be over 1,000 naira. Quote me. I am sure of that. With the price of oil and with the exchange
and the unification of naira,
it will be over 1,000 naira.
So I said the unification of naira, has it been reversed?
Didn't you hear what they are saying?
What?
About bureau de change. Was it not 2 weeks ago that they raided all of them and said that they are the one causing the problem? Precious, just yesterday they have started selling the same dollar to them and telling them how much they will sell. Who told you? What is the guarantee that they will sell at the amount you are telling them to sell? No, are you going to police all the bureau de change operators to know how much, whether they will abide by what you told them? Well, when they sell SS, they come and give you the SS, Abi. 1%. No, when they sell, they come and give account to you at the CBN. You are not serious. Can you imagine? They bought and you are telling them 1%. These are people who are making almost 50% gain, and you are telling them 1%. Do you think they will listen to you? They want to grab the dollar first and they go and do what they normally do. You raided them last week. Send the NDLE and the EFCC all over the place. At the end of the day, you now went back again. The same people you raided and closed their shop. Well, Precious, please, I want to maintain my sanity. don't like all this reversal of things every time.
All right, so let's go to other issues. Now moving forward, where do we now go from here now? Since everything I'm saying that should make you happy is not making you happy.
But no, what I'm saying, yes,
oh yeah, let's go to the one.
Saying, why not challenge me? Tell me that what I'm saying is not true. Because these are things that are very obvious. I have told you. You know why people have depression and frustration? It is when your expectations are not met. You are banking on high expectations from somebody. All of a sudden they burst your bubble. Would you feel bad? Would you feel sad? But when you have already prepared your mind that my dear, I'm already on ground, so you can't push me. So whatever comes, you take it. Nothing will fall from up that ground cannot carry you. Nothing. Precious. Nothing will fall from up that ground cannot carry.
All right. So, Barrister Darlington, Senator representing Borno South Senatorial District and Chief Whip on the Senate, Ali Ndume, today Wednesday disclosed that plans were afoot to provide strict sanction against the rejection of people living with disabilities. Now, this, he said, will be done through amendment of laws establishing the National Commission for Persons with Disability. Do you think this is a step in the right direction?
They have signed it. Buhari signed it last year. Abi 2022. Buhari signed it. Up to today.
So they're establishing a commission for them proper.
What will the commission do? People that are physically okay, their own commission have not been taken care of. It is you. Who will even go there? Do you know where the office is? When you go there, what will you say?
Okay, so let's go to the sack of the FCCPC boss. As the Senate today Wednesday declared that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has rights under the Nigerian law to hire and fire any chief executive officer of government agencies, including the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, Barrister Irukera. Now, the resolution of the Upper Legislative Chamber followed a motion sponsored by Senator Michael Bamidele Opeyemi, citing breach of provisions of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission (FCCPC). Senator Opeyemi, who represents Ekiti Central Senatorial District and leader of the 10th Senate, urged the Senate to look into the removal of the Chief Executive and Executive Vice Chairman of the FCCPC to restore him. But that's quoting him, said that the Senate do consider the request of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the removal of the CEO of CCPC after contributions of some lawmakers on the motion. Senate President Godswill Akpabio, in his remarks, said the President has power under the Nigerian law to hire and fire anybody. Hire and fire. Quoting further, he says, appointments of public officers are done under the labor law, and you cannot force a willing servant on an unwilling master. The motion was thrown out following its rejection through voice votes. Is that correct?
Thank God.
By law,
yes,
the president can hire anyone. These people are brought in through appointments, so we can take them. President has the power to take them or refuse them. If I decide that you cannot work for me again tomorrow, I can just throw you away and say, go.
No, you can't.
But that's what Akpabio is saying here, that they are appointed under the labor law.
This senior president, I'm convinced now that he doesn't know his job. He doesn't know what the law says. I don't know who put that man there, seriously. That man is going to mess up this Senate.
No, sir.
The way he's talking is not proper. How can he utter such a word? Precious. Sir? There are tenured appointments in this country, especially CBN. It's a tenured appointment.
FCCPC is not CBN. FCCPC is not CBN.
But he said anybody now. Okay. He didn't specify.
No, he just said hire and fire.
Anybody.
He did not mention anybody. I think that was my word, just to state it clear for clarity.
He has no right to even say it in the first place.
So the president does not have the power to hire and fire?
Not everybody. Not everybody.
But does the president have the rights to hire and fire?
Yes, he can fire ministers.
That is exactly what he stated.
He can fire ministers now.
So are you saying that the president does not have powers to hire and fire heads of agencies and parastatals?
I said not everybody.
Not all heads of agencies and parastatals.
Not everybody. Those with tenured appointment, you can't. There are procedure like this CBN man. You understand? There are so many of them. Even the ICPC man. You can't remove him anyhow. There are people that by law you require the National Assembly. They are the one who will even take care of that, not you, the president. Not you. You only concerned with the ministers. Like you gave them performance bond if they are not perform. Yes, you can.
All right. So Bryce Darlington, let's move straight to insecurity issues. As several police officers drafted in for rescue mission from Force Headquarters Abuja and Delta State Police Command Asaba have been allegedly ambushed by suspected Fulani headsmen, as Vanguard carried it, at Agadama community in Ughelli North local government area of Delta State. Now, Vanguard on their report gathered that the officers were in search of the missing 3 mobile police officers earlier drafted from PMF 51 Ogara to a nipping point at the Ohoro axis of the east-west road in Ughelli North on the 24th of January. Though details of identity of the officers could not be ascertained, their sources said they were attacked while searching for their missing colleagues. That is, they go find their colleagues, they can't attack them. Now, according to senior security sources from the Delta State Police Commander Saba, a team of the police officers from the Intelligence and Response Squad Abuja, in collaboration with PMF 51 Ogara and Anti-Kidnapping Squad from the State Police Commander Saba, had gone to Agadama in Ughelli community in which in search of 3 officers that were declared missing. The combined team came under heavy gunfire with suspected Fulani headsmen, and 3 of our men and 3 other personnel from PMF 51, whose details we cannot provide, got missing during the encounter. Disappeared. About 15 of our police officers are currently missing in the current encounter, while the prime suspect, Moses Progress, who was brought from Asaba, had also escaped during exchange of gun battle between the police officers and the suspected Fulani headsmen. During the process, one of the personnel, an inspector held captive by the hoodlums, was able to escape. They said they contacted the Delta State Police Public Relations Officer DSP Edafi Bright. He did not respond to the text messages yet. So this is the level of insecurity that our police force had to go through.
Exactly. So if a policeman, precious, sir? If security agents are not safe, is it you and I? You can see what we are talking about. Now, within that axis now, all the people living there, all the farmers within with what has happened now, will anybody access that vicinity? If there's any farm still there, will they even venture to go there in the next 1 month with what has happened? Can you go there? Tell me. And I'm sure this is a bush. And farmers go to their farm through such bush tracks and all that. Can anybody go through that place again with what has happened now? Because the news will spread around that vicinity. And these are local environment. People will hear of what happened to policemen. We then now say, let me go and brave it. These are the issues that we are talking about. People are not paying, the government is not paying attention to these things. Why should a group of people be terrorizing the whole country? For what? For what, for God's sake? That is my question. The same people everywhere, north to south to east to west, the same people. And yet, no solution. You mean we are going to pass this into our children? This insecurity. Pressure, the way I'm looking at this, it may last for 50 years. You see, this is, if care not take, it may last for 50
God
years.
God forbid.
Yes, now because they are breeding more of their kind wherever they are. They are breeding more. All these women they are kidnapping. Do you know how many babies they have taxed each of them? Don't you know that's why the major reason why they kidnap young ladies and young women? For procreating purpose. When they go to school, they kidnap young ladies, kidnap young boys. While they are training the boys to be terrorists, the women are producing children. And somebody is supplying food. Pressure, somebody is supplying food and arms to them. The same people that are funding this thing that we don't want to deal with. My dear, it's unfortunate. Seriously unfortunate. I have been telling these people they should not collapse this country. They should not make this country collapse. So they should not pretend as if they don't know what is going on. Meanwhile, they know. They should not collapse this country. People will wake up one day and say we have had enough. Is that when government will now do something? How How can you stop people from going to farm? How can you be kidnapping policemen that we don't even have enough? It's terrible, really terrible. Okay, with what you have read now, will anything come out of it? No. The Fulani herdsmen, did anybody catch any of them? No. You can't even touch them. Pressure, you can't touch them. That's why they're acting with so much impunity and arrogance. Shooting policemen. Shooting policemen. Imagine what they will do to a civilian when they hold them. My dear, it's terrible. As we are speaking here now, thousands of Nigerians are in kidnappers' den. Thousands, not 200, thousands. Because each camp will have their own people. The ones we had and the ones we have not heard of, they are all there. Over what? In a country called Nigeria. And you have a government.
All right, so let's move straight to political issues now. As the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Tribal, has arrived the National Secretariat, or he went to the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, insisting that he too has to be giving his own certificate of return. Shebi would he give? He don't give your own. Come and give me my own. Now, according to him, quoting him, he says, today is the day set aside for the collection of certificate of return for the winner of the primary. I understand someone came yesterday and was giving. Well, the court will decide. Okay, well, so he came to collect his own too.
And was he giving?
Giving where? So looks like all is really not well with the PDP in Edo State. How do we bring an end to this?
Who is sponsoring these people?
But let's go straight to the central bank, because this one will be like say for your mouth.
No, you have to discuss this PDP. Please hold on.
I talk about your party.
Yes. Okay, it's my party.
It's a party now.
Okay, fine. They said any child whose father was sent to go and thief in a neighbor's house, he goes there with impunity and arrogance. He keeps the door open. My dear, these people will not be acting like this if there is no power behind them. These people that are putting spanner in the works in other parties or even the ruling party, somebody is behind these people. Unfortunately, the parties are so weak to deal with them. That is why this thing has continued unabated. I'm telling you, somebody is sponsoring something, and this is where confusion starts. I have told you here that bad leadership will start from what? This primary. A bad leader is not when he's in office. So it is from this stage now. I've been saying it. It's from this stage. When you wangle your way, when you do all sorts of things to, cross this hurdle, and then the election proper, you win. How can you start performing? Because it's either you are not the people's choice, or you do something, or one godfather has selected you as the governor or as the president. So how can you perform? That is the issue. That is why I'm worried. All these people that are factionalizing their party are not for what? All because of what? Do you want to serve me? I'm the one who will tell you, come and serve me. You don't impose yourself on me. You don't. That is the issue here. The parties have been made so weak, so prostrate that they don't know what to do. In the days when parties were parties, my dear, when the party have taken decision, you just surrender. But here, they will be funding some people. Continue. Don't no gree. Just to cause problem. At the end of the day, when they manage to put their man in office, so they'll be dictating for him what to do, and he will not perform. That is it. That is the beginning of failure. It has started. Because if they are truly wanted by the people, there will be no need for this rancor and all that. You are talking of Labour Party, I'm sure. Lamidi, he wrote to Anne Kabi to recognize his own person. Is it not the beginning of crisis? We don't even have the force to call people to order. Like if you are in a faction and the party have decided that you are becoming a nuisance, they should take you in, prosecute you for causing a nuisance, for disorderly behavior. There should be such a thing so that these people will stop all this thing they are doing. But who will arrest you? Who will brought anybody to order? Nobody. They just allow them to be doing what they do because they have Godfather behind them. That is Nigerian politics. So when I told you we don't have a politician, these are my reasons.
All right, so let's go straight to the Central Bank of Nigeria now, as the Central Bank has announced plans to sell Forex to Bureau of Exchange operators at 1,301 naira. So they say every Bureau of Exchange person will buy it at 1,301 naira, and then they will sell at 1% profits. So that means you don't have the right to sell for more than 1% profits.
Are you serious?
Yes. So if you sell for 1,103 naira,
1% will be how much? That will, you
1% will be 1,314 naira.
Are you serious?
So you're making 13 naira thereabouts profits.
Is that so? So after standing in the sun from morning till night shouting dollar pound, then you go with 14 naira.
But 14 naira is not bad now for $1 now. By the time you make it for $100, 14 times 100 is already, you're getting 1,400. 400 naira. Sir.
Don't go too far. Before June is even too far. Before April, they will raid them again for disobeying the order given to them. Go and mark my word. I don't need to be told that this thing will not fly. I don't need to be told. These people have been eating their mouth don't wide. Their mouth it don't wide. Now you say they collect 14 naira. 14 naira. Let's see how it will. Maybe we are here. I will hear the news. By next week, we'll see how far. Are you going to police them to sell at this amount you told them? Tell me. Okay, the banks will be selling at how much? Did they mention the banks? The answer is no. You are selling to bureau the change. My concern here is that you raided them yesterday. You raided them just 2 weeks ago. What was the result of all those? Even some dollars were confiscated.
All right.
Precious. Where are those dollars? No, was it not true?
But Barrister Darlington, let's just
answer me now. Did they not confiscate some people's dollars and close their shop? What are those money now? They will not recover it, Abi. Or they recover it with 14 naira. Okay, I'm waiting and watching. So,
Barrister Darlington, I forgot, some conversations concerning security. As a Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRC, Daoud BO has directed corps commanders to go after trailers loaded with human beings and animals. This whole thing about trailers coming into different regions. It happened, I think, there was a stop in Edo State, Abi. And then there was a stop in Imo State too sometime. The ones that carried dog and said they were hunters. So Daouda gave the directive at a strategy session with commanding officers at the headquarters of the FRAC in Abuja today. He expressed concern over the increasing rate of road crashes involving overloaded trailers and lorries. All right. Well, he said a lot. But whilst we're talking about that, let's quickly just jump in another conversation very shortly. As the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi San, has pleaded with the judiciary and the legislature, that is National Assembly and Judiciary, to reject attempt to frustrate the government. Anybody who want to frustrate this government will not agree. He gave the charge while delivering a paper entitled Strengthening the Synergy Between the Executive, the Legislature, and the Judiciary under the Rule of Law. Executive perspective. Under the rule of law, executive perspective. So in Abuja, the hybrid refresher calls for judges and caddies. So he said that it is very important. In fact, quoting him, he says, "It is my firm submission that the courts must continue to reject any attempt to manipulate or employed by any individual or entity for personal benefits. No gree for anybody. We do that kind of thing." In this regard, situations where private persons seeking to scuttle the government's procurement processes or procedures as provided in the procurement laws or other governmental processes by approaching the courts to acquire spurious injunctions should be rejected by the court. Same thing he said about the National Assembly too. So I thought to drop that by. But before we go, let's go straight to what Igboho had to say. As a renowned Yoruba activist, Sunday Igboho passionately urged the federal government to beg federal government. He said, "I take God beg ona, I beg. Please, you push immediately release Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra." Now, Igboho's plea, conveyed through a viral video yesterday, Tuesday, coincided with Kanu's ongoing trial at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu, who appeared in the court on Monday, we heard that following his Supreme Court judgment in December 15, we hear that he's still in custody, and we hear that there'll be judgment on his appeal on whether or not he'll be granted bail sometime in March. So, Barrister Darlington, do you think that the pleas of Igboho would be heard? Because there's a lot of this conversation since his extradition from unlawful extradition, as the court called it, from Kenya. Some people would say, there's also likely crime he committed as Igboho, but Igboho is free today. Why is he not free? But Igboho now is the one pleading with the government. Remember that it's not this administration that extradited him. It was the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari.
So therefore, we should now bring Buhari back to come and release him, or what? Government is a continuum. It is the federal government that renditioned him from Kenya, and the court have said this man have no case to answer. In fact, the court even indicted the federal government for what they did. The United Nations have done that. US have done that. UK have done that. They have all indicted the federal government on this young man. Release him. The court said we don't even have any law to prosecute him because it does not exist. You had it. All the 15-count charge against Nnamdi Kanu has been struck off at the High Court.
But it's now on Supreme Court with the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court, yes, the matter had been there before. The Supreme Court brought it back. That means they don't even know what to do with the case. It's either somebody is teleguiding the Supreme Court, or the Supreme Court is tired of the matter. They don't want to displease anybody, just like they did it during the election. That's the truth. How can the Supreme Court, who has the power, do you know that Supreme Court is a policy-making court? Are you aware? They can reinvent and reinvent things, law. Look at how far this case have dragged and all that. You mean Supreme Court did not see behind this case and do the needful, that they had to say he should go back? They even advised him to sue the federal government. He should go on a civil case against the federal government. Can you imagine? The Supreme Court is telling Nnamdi Kanu to sue the federal government. That means they have nothing against this man.
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's go straight to this other case where a man, an Islamic cleric, Sanusi Abubakar, who said Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the First Lady of Nigeria, should be killed for being the leader of infidels, have reached out to the Muslim rights concern, Murik. He retracted his words and also apologized. Abubakar, claimed to be an Islamic scholar, reached out to Murik, withdrawing his wild, provocative and misguided call for the killing of the wife of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the chairman of Murik, Kano State Chapter, Malam Hassan Sani in Dabawa, in a statement yesterday, Tuesday, said that the Murik headquarters condemned and disowned the man in its statement on Friday, the same day that he made that, in their words, senseless call. He said that in a 2 minutes 24 seconds video clip sent to the Sokoto chapter of Murik on Monday. So that was the response. It was sent on Monday, February 26, 2024. Abubakar completely, entirely retracted his offensive statements, which were capable of breeding mayhem, social combustion, and religious unrest.
We will not do anything. All those things he's saying, it can never happen because Christians, we are very peaceful. That is the only reason why the man could make this statement. Precious.
Sir?
Some Muslim leaders and clerics, they have made worse statements in the past against Christians. They have done it severally. Yet we did not react. I ask you again, have you had any time in the history of this country where Christians are rioting over religious issue? God said that the battle is his own and vengeance belongs to him. That is all he said. And we follow by that. You don't need to tell me that you have a peaceful religion. Let me see it in your action. I have said it severally that the peace in this country today, it is Christians that are holding it. We are the one. You mean if a Muslim leader is on throne and a Christian makes this type of remark against his wife, It cannot even happen. No Christian leader can make this type of. No Christian leader. It can never happen. To call for the death of an innocent woman. Please, is Remi Tinubu the president of this country? What is her own in this matter? Did you elect her? What did she contribute to what is going on today? Why would anybody make such a statement? To make matters worse, the husband did not even utter a word, which is very, very suspicious. I'm telling you, very, very suspicious. You can't threaten the wife of a man, the first lady, in this manner, and nobody, DSS, NLC, all of them, they just kept quiet. Precious, can you imagine? That means this police, this agency we are talking about, they are acting based on order.
All right. So
yes, they are acting on order. If they are not giving order, they don't react. That's the meaning.
Barrister Darlington, just our phone lines are already buzzing, so we need to start taking calls. People are asking for apologies for diverting the conversation. People are saying that weeks after President Tinubu has given order about Betta Idu's issue on investigating on it, we're still yet to hear anything. It's as if everywhere is still calm.
Did I not?
Is it that it's been buried? What is going on?
Did I not tell you? I said this government, whenever people are acting or criticizing them, they do for one thing to do, so that you say that yes, this man is doing something now. He has woken up. Did I not tell you here? I said I can no longer be deceived. The gullible Nigerians can go ahead.
Meanwhile, some quarters today hailed some policies by Olubunmi Tunji Ojo very well, and that he's doing a good job. So people are asking questions, and it doesn't look like there's any answer yet to their question. But Lagos, okay.
If he's doing good, let him return our money first. Yes, that money that he
into his wife's business account.
Yes, your good wife. With the one between him and Edu. Even there are much more to that too. That's not the only money. But why have he not resigned? Why have they not sacked him? No, why haven't Tinubu sacked him? Is he the only one who can do that job? Let Tinubu put up advert today and see there are 101 person who will outperform Ojo in that ministry. That thing he's doing. Let him put up advice. I'll call Nigeria from the diaspora. I mean, smart kids who will beat him down on that thing he's doing that people are praising him. Let Tinubu sack him and see whether we will not get a better performer. Who will not even steal our money.
Oui.
Yes.
All right, Lagos phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversations that we've raised this evening. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. That is 0700 903 903 903. The WhatsApp line is changed. It's not the regular that you know. It is now 0817 175 6338. So we're still working on the other WhatsApp line. As soon as we rectify the issue, we'll let you know. So the new WhatsApp line is 0817 175 6338. That is 0817 175 6338. That is the number to call. Hello, good evening to you.
Hi, Precious.
Hello, Remy. How do you do this that you're my first caller? What's going on?
The guy is a
Nigeria they use now.
This your jazz. This your jazz should turn around Nigeria and make food prices cheaper.
It doesn't work that way.
Right now, he works across the road. Go ahead, let's hear you.
You work on your phone.
The economy does not respect your feelings. So,
go ahead.
Good evening, Darlington.
Good evening, my dear.
Yeah. APC propaganda are inseparable. I just read on Twitter now from a reliable source that 2 Binance executives have been detained after they came to have a meeting with the government. A Financial Times journalist reported it. So you can probably get to see
well, that may not be unconnected to Cardoso's statement that over $26 billion have left, have transaction from Nigeria have happened under Binance. From Nigeria.
But the question we should ask is,
and that they're untraceable.
Since it is a peer-to-peer transaction,
exactly,
26 billion left. How much came in?
I wonder.
Let's use common sense now.
I wonder.
We shouldn't flow with the propaganda.
I wonder.
It's a peer-to-peer, right? And they said a certain amount left. How much came in through it?
They won't say that.
Precious.
They will not say that too.
The what was it called, this overprinting of naira that they did, ways and means, which is traceable. Have they gone after those who printed it?
I wonder.
Propaganda won't help.
I wonder.
No matter how they want to fly it, it won't help. It never helped Buhari. Buhari blamed KFN all through his 8 years. Tinubu has started blaming Binance. This is a peer-to-peer platform. All this, it is just a platform whereby a buyer and a seller meet. So is Binance in charge of the money we made off crude?
I wonder.
Precious.
I wonder.
Under Buhari, we were told we lost about $10 billion in a period of 7 months. The theft can be traced. If Tinubu happens to be serious, if this administration rather seems to be serious, what they should be doing is going after oil theft, because we're losing billions of dollars on daily basis.
Exactly.
Binance is not in charge of the oil theft. So why can't they go after what can be traced? Binance is not, and can, no matter what they do, this racketeering they are doing can only go for a while. Now you want to sell dollar for 1,003, I want them to sell it for 1,300 and something. Was that the amount they meant it?
I wonder.
They meant dollar at 750. So now they want us to clap that dollar is now 1,003. Are we fools? Who's fooling who? Precious. This thing, it can never last long, because that is not the source. That is not the reason inflation is high. The ways that means is one of the reasons. 23 trillion naira is in the economy chasing after dollars.
Yes.
Okay, I want to observe that dollar is the only currency coming down. How about pounds? So what is the logic behind this thing they are trying to do? This propaganda won't all go well, no matter how they want to flip it. Dollar is pounds is still the same amount, SEFA is still the same amount, but your dollar is the only thing going down. And you understand what they are trying to do? It won't last long.
They are manipulating.
It's not sustainable. And detaining Binance executives doesn't make any sense. This is not a military government now. Why are you detaining them? Why compelling a platform?
I wonder.
Precious, can anybody hold pure water? The answer is no, because it is enough out there. When there's enough supply, you can't hold what is out there. If I go to bank and I can get dollars, anybody keeping it is just wasting his time.
Exactly. You are very correct.
I can go to bank and sell my dollars, but I can't buy. Doesn't make any sense. Patriotism cannot flip economic rules. No matter how patriotic you are, it can't change the rules of economics. It's a simple logic. Good night.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, when we say this, look as if we don't know what we are saying. This is not just ad hoc arrangement. We can't last. But precious. They raided the change just 2 weeks ago. Look at what they are telling them now. And I'm telling you, you will see in the next 1 or 2 weeks now, they will go back and say they have violated the terms of agreement. Don't you know that this agreement will not hold water? Don't you know? No, don't you know? Is it not obvious? How can you regulate what you don't have? How? Leave this in Jare.
Right.
When we see a serious government, we will know.
Hello, good evening. Yes, good evening to you. Welcome.
I didn't even know that Mr. Darlington used to come on Wednesday, but I'm happy to hear his voice. Good evening, Mr. Darlington.
Good evening, my dad. They hijacked me here.
Precious, I just want to make something clear, because when Mr. Darlington was talking about that those things that the government was trying to implement will not work. I want to make just some few points. This student loan, when did they say it will make it will commence?
Wow.
Is it working? Those 3 engine boats, when they say it is going to commence?
Good, continue.
Today,
continue.
Are they working?
Continue.
No, precious, because when Mr. Randy was telling that this thing will not work, he look as if mention just one thing that this government have assured Nigerians that is going to work, and it is working now. Those one. So why are we deceiving ourselves? Let us tell ourselves the bitter truth. These people, they don't know what they are doing. They are just trying this one, whether it's going to work, if it's not what they withdraw it. Whether this one is going to work, if it's not what they withdraw it. That's what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing. If you know what you are doing, at least any policy you make, you make that policy and make it effective. But this one, I don't understand. And this is the government that have the largest in this of Nigeria, largest cabinet. You have advisors. Are they not doing their work? I don't understand.
Even
are they not advising him?
Even the money is available. The subsidy.
Let's do something that for me. I don't expect anything. This thing good for this government, because everything that they have tried to do, none have worked. So why will I? I'm just telling myself. I'm just deceiving myself. I'm expecting something from this government, because everything that they are doing is not working. I just say let me call based on what Mr. Danity said, and you said, Mr. Danity, are you sure this is because everything that I've done, that I have tried to do, have not worked. Good evening and have a lovely night.
Thank you. Good to have a lovely night.
And they have the money. They have the money.
Okay,
sure they have this APC. They have earned the highest amount of money any government in Nigeria have had.
Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Precious and darling. This is Richard from Germany.
Richard,
please, this dollar issue. Why is it only in Nigeria? I have not been to other African countries anyway, but I've traveled around. I've traveled around. Why is it only in Nigeria that you see people selling currency, foreign currency
on the street?
In the street. In the street, you come out from Nigerian airport, you see them, chasing you around, asking you if you have dollar, pound, or euro. So and it's only I have seen this kind of absurdity, because over here, when if you want to go, get dollars or pounds, you go to bank or borrow the change. And when you demand for 1,000 plus, you have to show your identity. They have to copy it, and send it to the government. If you are buying less than that, fine. But if you are buying 1,000 plus, you must copy everything. So, and we are here talking about those people who are financing terrorism. How are you going to stop terrorism in Nigeria, whereby I can come to Lagos and go to bureau de change and change thousands of dollars without any identity? Nobody knows me.
Exactly.
Sometimes when I am in Nigeria, when I go to Ijeoma, you begin to ask yourself, what a country is this? You change your money, there's no evidence that even you enter that market and change your money. So if you are a terrorist financier, you can do this thing many times and get away with it.
Yes.
And we are here talking about terrorism in Nigeria.
Very correct.
It will never stop until all these things are stopped. I can't understand what are we talking about in 2024. 2024, we're doing this kind of rubbish. Then you talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Look at what that young man is going through. I've not seen such absurdity whereby the same Bintanyako is the same woman that discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu is the same woman that is trying to retry Nnamdi Kanu again. I mean, what is happening? Darlington, there is that Igbo man, that Igbo SND that just mentioned the IPOB.
Yes.
Darlington, why are you guys in Lagos not fighting for that man to be released?
My brother, they will say that you come to stabilize Lagos. So.
Somebody threatened to kill the wife of the president, and nobody arrested him. He just apologized. But this young man just mentioned IPOB, and almost 1 year now this man is languishing in Lagos jail. Mazi Talent, what are you guys doing to release this man?
I appreciate you.
Don't
Thank
worry.
you.
God will take charge.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night. All right, this message from Olu from Badagry says, Darlington, there is food in the market, but no money to buy it. Even foodstuffs are wasting in the market for lack of patronage. That's what he's telling you. And His Royal Highness BC Woko says, Barrister Darlington is 100% correct on his assertion over the use of drug supplements. He is very correct in the sense that Nigeria's major problem is insecurity and not drugs. He said there is food crisis in the land, and it is the reason why people are not eating well, and thereby relying on all these food supplements. I believe that if one eats well, there will be no need for such. I agree with you.
I'm telling you.
And then, oh my goodness, when you send me these messages, Sammy from US, you send me like a dozen. Oh yeah, let me try and read. Another good person, another good evening to you, amiable guest, Barrister Darlington. Precious, can see you tired. Oh, thank you. You want to know? Okay, I told you earlier in my previous comment that the ruling party is not willing to do the needful to alleviate the endless suffering bedeviling the people. Akpabio should think before making public statements. Makinde refuted his 30 billion claim, 30 billion naira claim. Now he's taking on labor that's been neglected by the government in power in doing the right thing. Policemen being kidnapped, I am not surprised. 3 brigades of guards to Buhari were killed. Until tomorrow, no one has been brought to book. Where do we really go from here? It's so sad that with all our potentials, internal capacity, spiritual and physical, we even get spiritual. Okay, we're a praying nation. Physical, we're saying same thing in dollar out of season. Now, wow, CBN, I rest my case. That's what you said. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Sammy. Phil from Akota says, please, Barrister Darlington, why is okay, I expect him to cite constitution provisions when he talks about who the president can hire and fire. That's what
I gave him example now. The CBN governor is a tenured appointment. The ICPC chairman, you can't fire these people because it's a constitutional issues. You know, there are some tenured appointments. All the tenured appointments that we know, just Google them. There is no time to limit all of them. But I'm telling you, that is why. Remember Emefiele, they had to suspend him, not sack. He was suspended. You cannot just wake up. Even civil servant. Do you know that civil servant, you cannot wake up and sack civil servant? They must go through the civil service rule before you can remove, especially permanent secretaries. So there are so many of them. It's not a question of a certain example. Are you even appointed? Do you have appointment with? I told you that the only persons the president can sack anyhow and anytime are his ministers. All the ministers, none of them. He can wake up and say, this man, I don't like your face, and then word another person's name to the National Assembly for appointment, for them to vet him. That's the truth.
All right, so let's go back to YouTube. I have quite a couple of reactions on YouTube. By the way, the phone lines are still open: 0700 903 903 903 and 0700 903. Oh, yeah, that line is not working for WhatsApp. So the call line is 0700 903 903 903, but the WhatsApp line is 0817 175 6338. That is 0817 175 6338. That's a WhatsApp line. So let's go to YouTube now, where Marachi Wanshiko says, Precious, you are naturally thank you. All right, is it happier? Leave it there.
Naturally,
happier like that.
Let me confirm.
Ezahim says, Miss P, you should make the doctor yesterday your regular. We don't learn from Barrister Darlington. Well, we could learn from that one too small. Okay, so by the way, that doctor had an exclusive with us on our TV, VOP TV Live. You can check it out on YouTube, VOP TV Live. But we've not posted it yet because we'll publish it later. I'll let you know when he said a lot of that exclusive. We'll let you know. But there's something I'll let you know when we want to publish it on VOP TV Live on our TV station. But then there's something he also did say, just about 3-4 minutes thought. He said he dropped on Precious Enyi TV. So you can go check it out on Precious Enyi TV. And it's about military coup and his take on military coup in Nigeria. That is the doctor that we interviewed yesterday. He had a lot to say about that. So he dropped his thought on that. So go check it out on Precious Enyi TV. Barrister Darlington, by the way, also dropped something there. But as soon as we publish that exclusive interview, I'll let you in on it. Thank you so much, Izayim. Wingate Facility says, good evening, Precious and Oga Darlington. Greetings, we greet you too. Tony says, what is the importance of NLC one-day protest? Ajero must be arrested. What did he do? Nigeria should start taking Okpai for malaria. What is Okpai for malaria?
Okpai, what's that? This medicine for waist pain for those who are sexually active.
Hey! Oh, Blessing. Okay, Blessing says, I love Mr. Darlington. And she says, the thing is, Tinubu is doing exactly what Buhari did, which just stuck and signed, and he stayed there for 8 years. But unfortunately for Tinubu, there is no money in the country for people, so people are now wiser. That's what you're saying. And he says, plus he is fighting. Okay. All right, I see that. Chilled Power says, hello P, CEO. Tony says, state police is what we're left with now. That's what you're trying to say. Meanwhile, Mafam says, Karma is coming to police. We are deceiving ourselves. Precious, what do you call them? I like the way you call their name out. We know our problems, but let's keep deceiving ourselves. What did I call anybody? Okay, Chuka Ekwe says, good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Nigeria is like this movie called Animal Farm. It's not a movie, it's a book. I wrote it, it's a literature book.
There is a movie, they have acted it out. Okay,
where pigs are in charge, nothing good will come out of it. Oh, don't say that now. And then Emmanuel OC says, Peter B wanted to transform Nigeria the way OT is transforming Abia State, but some Nigerians that like suffering and rotten system did not let him. Nicodemus Igwe says Nigeria is never it is. Peter Madi says Nigeria should cease using assure you and withdraw it from dictionary because Buhari has finished that word. Tony says Mr. Darlington said that them go start to come destabilize Lagos. Okay, they will not say they destabilize Lagos.
Yes, now if we say anything now, say releasing one jargon, say I pop Nnamdi Kanu, he has brought bomb. They will start shouting another thing entirely. If the man can make a statement and he's there, imagine when you now say, oh yeah, come on, let's go to our house and tell someone release our Eze.
And the man even said that he didn't know that mentioning IPOB was a crime.
Oh, you can imagine.
That's what he said. I think he stated that early this week that he didn't know that mentioning IPOB in a statement was supposed to be a crime. So if he had known, he probably wouldn't have mentioned them. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Can you help me turn off the volume of your radio set? Please quench it.
Hello, Precious.
Sir?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you.
My brother Darlington, God bless you.
Yeah, you too, my brother.
See, whatever we are, my name is Mr. Amadi calling from Ejibo.
You're welcome, Mr. Amadi. Go ahead.
See, the main problem is this. Since we can never call our past leaders to give account of their leadership, there will be nothing that will achieve. Because look at the way, very loudly, our Buhari said nobody should call him to come and give an account of anything. That is a very look at the way they are driving to Trump in America.
Yes.
And that is where we are looking upon for democracy. And we are not getting it right. How can we move forward with this kind of situation? Everybody, the leaders are proud of who they are, why they are nothing. Because when somebody is collecting the money of the masses, the person is the poorest person among us. Who are those people? Those people that are leading us, taking our money, collecting our money, giving other countries, reducing their unemployment, reducing the problem of them, and increasing our problem here. It is very, very appalling in this country that Nigeria should sit down and think where we are going and what we are. Otherwise, we cannot move forward. Look at the way the leaders are driven, the way they like, the way they want. And never move forward until you come to realize when you are that you want to give account of leadership, you are still worship. You cannot move forward. May God help us.
Thank you.
Other people,
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Other countries are giving their leadership, their people, their account, their leadership.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, Dara from Fagba here. His message says, my man of the year, Darlington, greeting you. Look at the sorry situation we are in since this government came into power. It has been one nightmare or the other. Since when they said subsidy is gone, Nigeria has been lamenting, or Nigerians have been lamenting from the wrong policies, insecurity, inflation. They have turned the people to beggars and almajiri in the midst of plenty. Imagine 7 killed scabbing for food. They have destroyed education that is beyond the poor. Corruption has taken over. Is government, where is the patriotism of your rulers? They belleful while you are hungry. They laugh at your poverty like I used to say. It's a shame. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you, Dayo. All right, Michael from Bagada says, good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. See here, the president is not aware of how to rescue the economy. They can invite people to help them if he's not. You say if the president is not aware of how to rescue the country, they can invite people to help. And the issue of the dollar, they should just shut down bureau de change and make banks the only source of transacting dollar. I don't even know why we still have the bureau de change thing. I tell you, the dollar will crash by force. And will there be a coverage of the commissioning in Lagos tomorrow? Okay, we'll let you in. Okay, so this says the man who said that the Tinubu's wife should be killed pleaded that he was sorry and he was forgiven without any sanction against him. But there's Ndibo in Lagos State also pleaded that he was sorry but he was not forgiven. In some people, are some people more Nigerian than others? Amobi from 7 and 8 asked that question. All right. And then this says, good evening, people. This is not Wazobia FM. This is Voice of the People FM. All right. I wish everyone good luck with long life and prosperity in the name of your business line. That's in the name of God. He say, may the God bless your hustling in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Gideon Adehi from AJ at Apapa, Lagos State. This is my first time tuning in. Oh wow, that's why you don't know our name. Thank you so much, Gideon. Welcome. Good evening, Precious. Easy from Ijego says, Madam Precious, who is telling you that there will be progress where there is injustice, tribalism and nepotism? No. Say when you have those three things, progress is very far. Is that what you're saying? Hello, good evening to you. Hello, are you there? Hello.
The barrister.
Hello. Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Barrister, I know one grammar. Then they thought say Tinubu take empty treasure. In with Buhari no meet one-on-one to discuss Nigeria before he take over president.
I wonder. They know
that one now one. 2, person when say make them kill Tinubu wife, then leave am. Ordinary person when just voice IPOB, una lock am, one kill am. 2, 3, Sunday Boho when commit a similar crime like Nnamdi Kanu, they now beg. Now that Sunday now they beg for Nnamdi Kanu. That is to tell you that the Igbos has been so humiliated in Nigeria that the Igbos are no more nothing. And this is why we don't want to involve in this their whatever they are doing.
Protest.
Say we want go for protest. What are we protesting?
I appreciate you.
After the protest, what do you want to come out inside the protest? Okay, I dey listen to an analysis about dollar. okay, una don't withdraw the license una give Mala people. Tomorrow again, una go still give them that license again and continue. Burundi change will still dey go on. I have traveled far and wide in this country. I boast of it till tomorrow. In America, you don't see this kind of nonsense. Even in African countries here, you don't see Burundi change. Then talk of Europe, even in London, is it Gatwick, is it Heathrow, mention all the airports in London. Where will you see Burundi change? Other countries in Europe, where will you see Mala changing money? Oyibo changing money, black changing money. It's only in Nigeria you experience all these ugly things. What is happening in Nigeria?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Who are the Nigerians? Who are more Nigerians than others? Who?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Barrister Dennis, you know when that clampdown on Bureau de Change happened last week, some people were saying that that the reason why this is happening is because they want to clamp down on Northerners' businesses, you know, and all that. So don't you think the president's just trying to be careful? But before you finish, let me read a few messages, please. We're done with this conversation. Sorry, sir.
Don't go there. If their activities is destroying the country and the economy, these other people that their businesses are being checkmates. Are they? What are they? Are they not human beings?
All right, you said that. You said it all. So Harry Ogada from Palm Grove says, "My people, when will the poor Nigerians breathe? Are people going to eat empty promises? We will not. Will not." But I go back to some YouTube messages. Peter says Nigeria should cease using. Okay, yeah, I think I've taken that. Johnson says, "Oh, Johnson, Tracy, aren't you a darling? Tracy, thank you so much. You're amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you." So Lagos, you know what? Let's take a little breather. And when we come back, we'll go straight to our step down conversation. But for those of us who didn't join us on time, let me quickly run through the headlines of the hot topics that we have this evening. We begin with the list of the stories where first, the man who called for killing of Remi Tinubu apologizes to Morik and then says that he's sorry, right? Releasing Nnamdi Kanu Sunday Igboho begs federal government. That's also in the news. Senate planning sanctions against MDAs rejecting people with disability. Alindumi, sir?
Please, I want to ask a question.
Sir, we don't have time again.
I know.
Okay.
Are you supposed to apologize to Murik or to Remi Tinubu?
He apologized, and Murik delivered the apology to us.
Oh, Murik delivered.
Yes, sir.
And he could not do that to president.
Okay, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So our Senate planning sanctions against MDAs rejecting people with disability. This is credited to Ali Ndume. And then Tinubu has rights under law to hire fire senators on removal of higher fire. Senators said that on removal of FCCPC boss. Most specifically, Senate President said that. Resist attempt to frustrate government. AGF Fagbemi tells judges and National Assembly. Malcolm are not try to frustrate government at all. Hardship. Senate tells Nigerian government to introduce food stamps to tackle rising hunger. Give people food stamps, more like food coupons or so that they can, get food. You have no right to criticize Tinubu for removing subsidy on PMS. APC tackles Makinde on that. And then FRAC to go after trailers loaded with human beings and animals. And then we also did tell you that hardship, Nigerian government to issue executive order to check escalating increase in drug prices so that the price of drug will come down. CBN directs BDCs, Bureau de Change operators, to buy Forex at 1,301 naira per dollar and then they sell it for 1% profit. Don't make more than 1% profit. Then there's also the story about Philip Shuaibu storming PDP headquarters and demanding for his own certificate of return. You have given the other man, me in Koda, want my own to give me now. So we now have two people. Well, Delta, again, herdsmen ambush police officers on rescue mission. We also did tell you that federal government established over 24 skills innovation centers. 24 skills innovation centers. Lagos, these are the hot topics that we have. But let's go straight to our step down conversation. When we come back, we'll go straight to what our Minister for Women Affairs says. And she said, and I quote, "Shut up your mouth," during argument with your husband's wives. Shut up. That's our step down conversation. We're coming back after the break.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafty Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Presenos digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
Yes, Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM, 24 minutes pursuing the 9 p.m. mark right here in our studio. So, yes, we are on a step-down conversation now. So, our Honorable Minister for Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohaneye, has advised women in the country not to argue or fight back when having arguments with their husband. Shut up, Pim. Don't say Pim at all. If your husband is arguing with you or there's any quarrel, don't say. Just shut up. Now, the minister, during a conference of commissioners of state ministries of women affairs in Nigeria today, Wednesday, in Abuja, said, avoid trading words. He said, avoid trading words would prevent physical assault that may lead to injury or death. So that the man will go beat you, kill you. You may think you have your mouth, but the man has his hands. So don't go and be trading words. So in fact, quoting her basically in what she said, she says, I am equally begging women not to look for trouble, not even at your homes. Maintain peace in your home, because if a home is peaceful, the woman has 80% to contribute to that. So 80% of the peace in the home is the woman's priority. Exactly. It comes from the woman. You need peace, and you can equally say that. So keep your mouth pin shut. Talking back does not yield fruits. Rather, it leads to death and destruction. You recall that recently a woman was beaten to death by her husband, by the way. So just so you know, it leads to bringing up bad children for society. Keep your mouth shut. Shut it up. It does not make you a fool, but a wise person. With the man, he said, when the man is shouting and saying all sorts of things, act like a fool and keep your mouth shut. After a while, watch him. If he is a good man, he will come back and apologize. Yes. Some men will never over their living body. They will. If he is not a good man, if he's not a good one, ignore him. Have what you want to do in your mind. But when we show how we are made, we fight back. Most times it leads to hitting, and then you get injured and you die. He said the same man that injures you will come back and say, I am sorry. What would you do? Will kill him? You forgive him and continue to the marriage. So prevention is better than cure. So Barrister Darlington. So women have now been talking and saying, so man will use mouth and finish me. Do you know? So women are talking about how men can just use mouth and make them feel worthless. So in a situation like that, you cannot at least defend yourself with your mouth. You should shut up and keep quiet. And don't say keep quiet. So that you can be a good woman.
Precious, that woman must have been talking from experience. 90% of the time, a man does not like woman or women challenging their authority. They don't like it. That is what brings problem. Especially when the man is telling you something that makes sense, something that will bring peace, and you are nagging. You know, some women, because they are physically, weak, they use their mouth. Precious, they use their mouth. It is their mouth that causes problem in the house. Yes, that woman knows what she's saying. It is their mouth. A woman can tell you things, and at the end of the day, what she's telling you is not even true. So how about men that can also tell you things? Israel is not. They tell you things and they still use their hand at the same time. What do you now do? It's not common. If you keep quiet and go into the room and lock the room, the man, after ranting and raving and shouting, he will keep quiet. He will definitely. And just like this woman said, when he's sober and you two you now sober and still behave as if he will come one day, especially when bedroom matter comes, he will come and yes, now.
So after all the abuses, how do you now wash away that and bring back the woman's emotion for bedroom matters?
Most times that is how they settle it though.
So the woman will just wear bedroom glove immediately.
Most of this
let me take calls. Sorry.
Most of this quarrel happen in the night. Are you aware?
Good evening. Please help me turn off the volume of your radio set. Good evening. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Welcome. Yes. Welcome, sir.
My name is
where you are is so noisy, extremely noisy, very noisy. We can barely hear you.
I put the weapon there.
So make it very snappy, please.
Okay. What I want to say is that the woman needed a word. Yeah, this is how to say that. People should marry and give that woman a word.
I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Yes, now. Yes, the woman understand. I'm telling you.
All right, Lagos phone lines are opening 0700-903-903-903 0700-903-903.
She's an Igbo lady. I hope you know.
So it is 0700-903-903-903. The WhatsApp line is 0817-175-6338. That's the WhatsApp line. 0817-175-6338. They say the woman they find a word, then make it do like good woman. That's what he means. So
yes,
all right,
give her a word.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, please. This is 90.3.
Madam Precious.
Sir?
Yes, I greet you. Barrister Darlington, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, this is Jova Precious.
Jova, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's
see. One thing missing in everything that woman said is simple. He should have advised the women to buy mouth pin, just like peg used to peg clothes, so that they can know how to peg their mouths when the husband is talking in anger, so that they don't talk. She is 100% right.
Yes.
Because by the time you argue with a man who is already tensed up, it could lead to conflict. And then at the end of the day, you start regretting. Barrister Darlington is also correct. The bedroom is where these things are settled.
Have you settled with anybody in the bedroom before?
Yes.
Are you a living witness?
Are
you talking from experience?
No matter how much the wahala that is going on has happened, once you get into the bedroom, it's settled.
Matter solves. All right, thank you. Especially during rainy season. Thank you so much. Well, this message says, Precious, the minister is very correct. Growing up, we never saw our parents fighting in the public eyes of the children. That's what he said. And he says in 1 Corinthians 7, he says it explains everything about marriage. I wish I can read it out here. In Proverbs also, the Bible says for those that are Christians that it's better to stay on the rooftop than to be with a troublesome woman. So avoid women with trouble. That's what he says. But just one call and then we. Hello, good evening to you.
Preciosa.
Hell, my sister.
How are you?
I miss you, baby. I miss you. Where have you been? You abandoned me in this hard economy. Are you fair like this?
I abandon you. At times the line does not go, and at times this economic situation,
Child.
You just put somebody for one corner.
Sorry. How are you? Franca, right?
Fine, thank you.
Florence, rather. I remember that Sha F. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Go ahead, please.
Yes.
We're inside the work like this now.
You're trying.
Thank you. All right, go ahead. All these men have been giving us basketball since. So, thank God you called me. It's okay. Come back to me, sister. Very quickly. I don't have time. So go ahead, please. I don't have time.
Not everything that man is talking that the woman will keep quiet.
Yeah.
There are some stuff that the man will be talking, you just overlook it and be looking at you. Maybe after you sit him down, you talk to her. But there are some stuff that the man will be talking. You need to stay with that so that you know that you you know what you are doing.
Thank you. Florence, with this 3 point of yours, you've been able to convince us and not confuse us. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me just end it. But Darlington is saying in some places, in some areas, but it's okay. But Darlington is okay. Let me read my messages. I have messages. This says, hi Precious, both men and women should learn to be silent in their partner if their partner is violent or the violent type. What's the sense in responding if it will lead to serious assault? So the minister is correct. The minister is correct for women, but how about the men? Dr. Chris from Edo State said that. And this says, Precious, please mention the name of the People's Radio to the first time caller. Sweetheart, thank you. Please, I missed what the woman said. Please, so it is Voice of the People FM. That's where you are. 90.3 Voice of the People FM. And then this says, good evening, Barrister Darlington. A woman is a very good and peaceful woman. Quarrels are being settled at the law courts. E.g., for example, the bed. I quite agree with Barrister. Are you serious? When I turn bed into court,
we know what happened.
I wept for Nigeria, my country. Who did us this kind of thing? Nigeria has become. It
has happened severally. The woman, after talking and beating the woman went and locked her own door inside the bedroom. So when the rain started, the man now came knocking on the door, and the woman from the other side said, "Oh yeah,
the man said, "It is me. I'm the one running." All right, somebody go ask an interpreter. I can't help you. All right, let me invite my curious brother to the house. Welcome, Sunday King Inter. Welcome.
Good evening, Precious.
Good evening. Thank you. Oh yeah, you have the microphone from now till we wrap up.
Sunday, we came on the Wednesday.
Sunday, who's been coming since Monday to Wednesday?
That's fine. It's for the good.
I told him, whatever you sell, don't sell my house.
If it's in a good location, maybe you want to locate another better location also, so you can sell it and you buy another bigger location. Good evening, everybody. My name is Sunday Okechukwu Enyinta from Kudos Homes Limited. Kudos Homes Limited is your favorite real estate company. We buy, we sell landed property. I believe you have a question to ask yourself. The month of February is gradually going, and tomorrow, I think tomorrow is the last day of the month of February. Ask yourself, what have you achieved this year? It's gradually number 2 of the month of the year 2024 is gradually finishing. So I don't know what you are still waiting for. You need to have something to keep, to lock up with this month of February and say, this is what I've achieved. If it's one plot every month, I have a guy like that, my very good friend. Every month you say, I lock up this particular one until the year 2024 finish. The guy will don't get like 12 plots of land. If I were you, start planning like that young man. So I will start by mentioning the areas that we have properties around. We have Lagos, we have Edo State, we have Enugu, and we also have in the city of Asaba. So let me start from the Lagos side. We have Kudos Villa. Kudos Villa is located at Okegwu-Ibeju Lekki. Okegwu-Ibeju Lekki is the fast developing area in Lagos. In fact, that is a new Lagos now. That is where the fast developing area, everything, all eyes are in Ibeju Lekki now. And don't forget the new proposed international airport, the largest airport in West Africa, now is coming. So if you have missed this particular one, you can't afford to miss this new one now. To own a property along that road, it will be helpful in few years to come, and the price is selling for 11 million naira, and it comes with a title document of CFO. So by Okegwu-Ibeju Lekki, which is Kudos Villa Okegwu-Ibeju Lekki, and be part of the landlords along Airport Road, Ibeju, Leke. So if I leave that, we'll be going to Shiwe. We have Kudos Towns. Kudos Town, that one is selling for 700,000 naira, and it's just 20 minutes away from this particular Kudos Villa. So if you don't have Kudos Villa, you can have a Kudos Town, Shiwe Epe, and it's selling for 700,000 naira, and it's a table dry land. So buy Shiwe Epe. If I leave Shiwe Epe, I'll be going to Muketu Epe. All these places I'm mentioning is still surround that particular new international airport that is coming up, and Umuketu Epe is selling for 600,000 naira. As I said, the price is going up from next tomorrow, which is 1st of March. The price is changing, so I'm coming with a new price of that. So key to this particular promo now that is still on 600,000 naira. Umuketu Epe is a 100% dry land. We have given the first batch of the allocation. Very soon the second batch also will come, so buy Umuketu Epe 600,000 naira. Before I move to Abowa Ikorodu, let me quickly call our phone number to reach us so that I can book for inspection, because tomorrow we are going for inspection, tomorrow and Saturday in Lagos we are going for inspection. So call our office number, which is 09059047514, 09059047514. Call our phone number and book for inspection. We are going for inspection tomorrow, as I said earlier. If I leave Umuketu Epe, let me hit Abowa Ikorodu, my favorite. So much love that particular location, Abowa Ikorodu, and it's selling for 700,000 naira. A dry land, level ground. The perimeter fencing have been done. The gatehouse has been done. Very beautiful place. So you need to visit that Abowa Ikorodu. And inspection is free of charge. Just call us, tell us your location. We'll come at your nearest bus stop and pick you and take you for inspection, still bring you back, take care of you, and make sure that you see what you love to see at our side. So prepare yourself. If you can make it tomorrow, which is Thursday, you can join us for inspection, or Saturday join us for inspection and be part of a landlord association in Abowa Ikorodu, and it's 700,000 naira. So let me call that phone number again so that you can call now, which is 09059047514, 09059047514. Let me hear the coast city. Where am I talking about? Odobido, Enugu, Nike. We have a Fairview Estate, Odobido. It's just 5 minutes away from Godfrey Okoye University, and 15 minutes away from Caritas University, and 20 minutes away from Akanebe International Airport. In fact, that Enugu, our inspection day is from Monday to Saturday. Monday to Saturday. There is no excuse. So even if you don't have chance from that Monday to Saturday, call our office, book a special inspection. You can go, we can take you there on Sunday. If Sunday is the only day that you normally have time, because we are ready for you. We want you to have a plot of land this year. So call and book for inspection for Enugu property. So I said it's just 5 minutes away from Godfrey Okoye University, and 15 minutes away from Caritas University, and 20 minutes away from Akanebe International Airport. Also, the Adoration Ground, Mbaka is very close to that particular location. You can buy there for anything: a hostel, a supermarket, build a hotel, a whole lot. It's a very good location, because we that purchase that particular location, we know the reason why we bought it, because a whole lot of infrastructure is going on in that particular area, because we too only like to invest in the area that we appreciate very, very fast. So that is why we buy Fairview Estate Enugu. So Q to it is selling for 900,000 naira. If I leave Enugu, let me hit the city of Asaba. We have Fairview Estate. Asaba is located at Admiralty drive Ibuza Asaba, and is selling for 1.5 million naira just behind the Asaba airport. Buy that place. This amount that we are selling 1.5 million naira is the pre-launch price. Very soon the real price, we hear the real price, you'll be like, if I know I could have subscribed that particular day. And it is not necessary you pay everything at once. You can start with as low as 100,000 naira and build your way of owning a plot of land with Kudos Homes Limited. And it's just 3 minutes away from Admiralty University, 5 minutes away from Coca Junction, and 15 minutes away from Niger Bridge. The number to reach us is 090-590-47514, 090-590-47514. Our inspection days are Monday to Saturday in Asaba. Call now and be part of what is happening in Asaba. Our office in Lagos is 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Egbeda, Lagos. Egbeda Idimu Road, Egbeda, Lagos. And our website is www.kudoshomesLimited.com. Facebook Kudos Homes Limited. Instagram Kudos Homes Limited. So this year, don't let this year pass you by. Don't let this year go like that without you achieving something every month. Try plan yourself, because the way you lay your mat, that is how you are going to sleep on it. There is this proverb that says that the firewood that you plug during the rainy season, that is what you are going to use to cook. The firewood you plug during the dry season, that is what you are going to use during the rainy season. So plan your future now that you have it. Don't wait until you gather 10 million, 15 million, 5 million, 1 million before you start buying in a property. You can start with as low as 100,000 naira and build your way to become a landlord. As I used to say, for you to be a lord, you need to own a land so that they can call you a landlord. And don't forget, we keep to our words. Like this particular weekend, this Saturday, we are allocating Enugu people. In fact, my MD is in Enugu now, making a preparation of that particular allocation this particular coming Saturday. So Enugu people, get ready this Saturday for your allocation. After Enugu this Saturday, the next week coming, the second batch of Abowa allocation is coming up on the 7th, which is Thursday of next week, 7th of March. Yes, I'm right. 7th of March next week, we are giving Abowa allocation. So get ready, Abowa, to have your allocation. And buying from Kudos Homes Limited it will give you a rest of mind than buying from others on Monile. Tomorrow you'll be dragging land with them. Some of them say we'll be using a charm to pursue yourself after they don't collect your money. Imagine, buy from Kudos Home Limited and have peace of mind and have that rest of mind. No boundary issue, no this one issue. So buy from us. The number to reach us is 090-590-47514, 090-590-47514. Thank you. Precious, you want to ask me a question?
And I'm not asking again because the time has finished.
You will ask me. You will ask me.
You finish your time. You've asked yourself about the question. So I guess you're already used to the questions I should ask you, and you already answered them of them.
So don't hesitate and be part of what is happening. Let me run through our property very fast so that before we go.
Run through property, just run through your numbers. We have less than 1 minute.
Thank you. Let me give you that 1 minute. Kudos Villa, okay, Gbibedi, Ileki, 11 million naira. Kudos Stand, Ishiwo, Ekpe, 700,000 naira. And Kudos Heritage, Umuketu, Ekpe, 600,000 naira. And Kudos City, Abowa, Ikorodu, 700,000 naira. Let me leave it there. So call our phone number and go for inspection. Thank you. Have a great night. See you again tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Lagos has the size of a package. Appreciate you. Good night.